Oh man. That was a bit of a rush, to be honest. Steam was updating and I didn't realise that it needed to. So. Straight back into it. Oh yeah. Start to get... It's been a moment. Alright. What's going on? Who is that?
Yep.
Just throw it in the lost and found. Even though a dead body can find its way home that way.
What?
What's this body doing here? I mean, who is it? See you there.
Why?
Who is this and how'd they wind up dead here? We can't move forward until we figure that out. Oh, it's so weird. Just checking everything's going right, yeah. Dead body. I need to find out who this actually is. But there's no way to tell with the mask covering their face like that. And the white coat they're wearing makes it impossible to tell anything about the body itself. Oh, you shouldn't be watching me in class. Run, Rose, run. The victim is a title mystery. Bye, Rose. But one thing I do know is that whoever this is, they attacked me last night in my room. But why? How'd they wind up dead in here? Their heart isn't beating, they're not breathing. All signs of life have come to a complete stop. Thanks to the knife that's been driven into their stomach, their clothes are stained a bright red, or pink. It appears the bleeding has stopped, but the blood that's there is still wet. Be careful you don't touch it and get some on you. How can you be so calm at a time like this? Who is it? Their face and body are all hidden, so I don't have a clue. I'm pretty sure it's a girl, at least.
Huh?
How can you tell?
Well,
I think I see the outline of her chest and the general shape of her body. Yeah, the more I look, the more I'm sure it's a girl. Really? Then it could be... Okay then.
yes!
Let's just tear the mask clean off.
Come on.
Wait, don't... But by the time he called out, it was already too late. He took his hand put out toward the mask. And in the next instant... flying! Oh man. I thought they were all staring at it. That's really bad for your eyes. There's a blinding light and a deafening roar. The body blew up. It blew up, 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 we get it. Well, everything started to darken. I prepared to pass out. But then...
Come on.
Hurry up, put out the fire. As my consciousness attempted to float away, that voice reached up and pulled it back down to earth. Someone pressed something into my hand. It was a bucket of water. Come on, dump the water on it. Okay? The upper half of the body was on fire. I took aim and tossed the water as hard as I could. Thankfully that was enough to put out the fire. It died down, leaving only the unpleasant smell of burning. I guess that took care of it. But what the hell, man? It exploded?
What? What did
I
you
had a bad
say?
feeling about that body, but I never imagined it would explode. And now the body
What?
is burnt to a crisp. That's beyond well done, man. Don't compare it to a steak. I'll never be able to eat steak again. But now that the body's charred, I really have no idea. How are we going to find out who it was? Who isn't here right now? Huh?
What?
If we consider who's not here, that will quickly narrow down who it must be. There's only one person missing. Kyoko. Kyoko? Then that dead body. Is Kyoko? No. No, that can't be right. Calm down, I didn't say it was Kyoko.
But...
I mean, who else? There is one other person.
In other
The
words...
mastermind. What?
What?
The mastermind?
What the heck?
Come on, there's no way. The mastermind got charboiled. Get serious. I agree. Normally the idea wouldn't be worth considering. I have reason to believe it may be true. The mastermind being dead would explain that other matter, wouldn't it? Monokuma can hardly move around if its master is dead, right? But that corpse is still a girl, right? It doesn't make any sense. I mean, remember what Alter Ego said? So that same person may very well be the mastermind who planned all this out. And according to the files, the headmaster is a man in his late 30s. It seems possible, even likely, that he's somewhere in the school right now.
What the heck?
Said the mastermind is some middle-aged dude, right? But the corpse obviously isn't. Then could that mean the mastermind isn't the headmaster? Is it the teenage girl Kyoko told me about? The ultimate despair?
Huh?
Huh? Mukuro Kusaba, the 16th student at Hope's Peak.
What?
What are you talking about? The other day, Kyoko confided in me. She said there was a 16th student there in the school.
What?
I think you better tell us everything you know. Well, all Kyoko told me was...
Mukuro Ikusaba, the 16th student, lying hidden somewhere in this school. The one they call the ultimate despair.
I swear I turned the music. It sounds really loud. Must just be me.
Watch out for her.
It sounded like Kyoko thinks Mukuro Kusaba is the mastermind. No, the headmaster isn't the mastermind, I'm sure of that. What? I don't have proof yet, but I have no doubt I'm right.
I see.
There's another student here, and it's a female. That would match the body's characteristics.
So,
And that phrase, the ultimate despair, sounds super mastermindy, doesn't it?
Could it be...
Okay, so the mastermind is this girl Mukuro, and she's a student here, and she's the ultimate despair. But if she's been hiding here in the school like some teenage Bigfoot, how'd she wind up burnt to a crisp?
What the heck?
None of this makes any sense. Just suddenly show up and then die? I think we'd better take a closer look at the body. There may be some clues to help us figure out exactly who it is. Hey, wait.
What?
Aren't we forgetting something? You know, Toko? Oh yeah, she got totally blown out her. Forget about her, I'm sure the explosion vaporized her. She's fine. Oh, she survived. Oh, she survived. What just happened, Master?
Stop talking.
You declared for the whole world to hear that you'd never again inhale a single molecule of oxygen. Then I don't mind breathing in the carbon dioxide you exhale. That's enough for me to live.
What the heck?
This is the strangest back and forth I've ever seen. Right now, to focus on the body. Okay. I should take a close look at the body one more time.
so,
Watching Sakamoto, she may be dead, but she's still a girl. Don't worry, I don't plan on touching the body all that much. I'm not Kyoko after all. Hold on, there's something on the ground there. Calm down, calm yourself. There's something next to the body. It's a key. Is it what Kyoko took from Monokuma? Or what did you steal?
So,
Stole this. A key? But looking at it, I can tell it wasn't just any key. It was shaped like Monokuma. It was probably the only key of its kind on Earth. That's right, the key she stole was shaped like Monokuma. There isn't anything like that. And this key is...
What?
Did you find something? Yeah, this is on the ground near the body. I've never seen this key before. What could it possibly go to? So even you don't know then. Because I'm going to give you a very important task. Huh?
I see.
That key might give you access to certain areas we thought were locked. You mean...
So in other words,
The biolab, the data center, the headmaster's room, and the dorm rooms on the second floor. It's in your hands. So I'm your errand boy now. You always have been the person. Forever and always. But you're lucky you've got me. I know where we're going. Kind of, actually. I don't know the way around this floor all that much. I think we need to go down the floor. Come on. Thanks. Where is it? Where on earth am I going? Oh my god. The more floors, the more I don't actually know where I am. Ah, there it is. Sis. The door to the data center was definitely locked before. Let's give it a shot. When I went to insert the key I'd found in the garden into the keyhole, click, it fits. Then this is the key to the data center. I've managed to unlock the data center. I guess all that running around paid off. I finally found out my directions. I have to go tell everyone else. Immediately headed back to the garden. Oh, you cannot make me do that, because I don't know where it is. So you're back, how'd it go? I found out which room the key goes to. It's the data center down on the 4th floor. Then we can get to the data center now?
I see.
Interesting. But why the now deceased had that key on them? I suppose we should have to go to the data center and find out. I think you're right. Here we are. Looks like the door is still unlocked. Hey, so when you open that door, there's not going to be another huge kaboom like before, right? You're asking the question now? Don't worry, we have Makoto. Oh, he's cannon fodder, isn't he? It's just cannon fodder. What?
In other words,
It's in your hands. Again? It means I trust you. That's an absolute lie. I'm just being used. Okay. I reached out and put my hand on the door. I closed my eyes and tried to clear my mind. With a silent prayer, I slowly opened the door. Nothing happened. After making sure I was still alive, I slowly opened my eyes. I feel like this is actually one of my favourite rooms in the game because it just looks so well done. Strange. I mean, all the rooms up to now were strange, but this room had a special kind of strangeness. It wasn't a surface fear like the rest of the school. Here, the fear was lurking beneath the surface. The room was filled with that kind of dread.
What?
Hey, that's... Here extended a trembling hand and pointed. Look at all those monitors on the wall. Look what they're showing. Each monitor displayed a different section of the school. The dorms, the classrooms, every part of the school was covered. This is...
What?
It's a direct feed from every single surveillance camera. All the cameras in the school feed back into this room, and they're displayed here on these monitors.
So that's it.
So the sole purpose of this room is to watch us. To watch us?
Huh?
Then this room is
It's all clear
the
now.
mastermind's private room, without a doubt. The mastermind's room. I guess that makes sense. So the mastermind was here, watching us. Then I think this settles it.
Huh?
Huh?
Hmm.
The body in the garden. If they had the key to this room, it can only mean one thing. That was the body of Mukuro Ikusaba, and she was the mastermind.
Huh?
Then the mastermind is dead? Like, really, really dead? It would seem so.
What?
They're serious. It's too bad they have to go and die before Master can kill them himself. The mastermind is dead? Could that really be true? Does that mean it's all over? Because, I mean, that body. Whatever happened, they obviously didn't die a natural death. So who was it that...
But...
If the mastermind really is dead,
Whoa!
that means we can finally get out of this hellhole.
How about that?
We're gonna hurry up and find the exit, come on.
That's enough.
No, we have to check this area thoroughly first. But what about the exit? If the mastermind truly is dead, we can leave whenever we decide to. But right now, we need to find out why the mastermind set up this life or death game in the first place. And I'm bothered by the fact that the mastermind was obviously murdered.
What?
Murdered? So you think so too, huh?
Naturally.
Naturally.
Hmm.
The state of the corpse makes it plain as day. There's absolutely no doubt. The mastermind was murdered.
But...
Why is it going to be that way? I mean, who could have even done it?
Such
That's
ignorance.
exactly why I said we need to investigate the purpose and identity of the mastermind.
I'm telling you!
Now, do you understand who uses insect? You're banned from talking to the master ever again. I don't think you can make rules like that. The mastermind's purpose and why they were killed. This room may very well hold the answers to those questions. After all, the mastermind must have spent who knows how much time here. Okay, then let us begin our search. It's time to uncover the identity of the mastermind. There's really a ridiculous number of monitors here. And the mastermind's been using all of them to spy on us. As long as I have this... Huh? Look at Master go. It's like a feast for the eyes. How much is a monthly membership? I actually just got shivers. That's disgusting. You know. I mean, I want to know where they were killed as much as the next guy, but I also really want to get out of here. I can even watch my face. Yeah, don't talk to her. Yeah. Jeez, I can't believe how many monitors there are. My eyes are flickering as fast as they are. Why was the mastermind murdered? To figure that out, we need to find out the identity and purpose of the mastermind. There's a bunch of computers all lined up. They look like high-performance PCs, nothing like the ancient laptop alter ego was installed on. They're all on, but they seem to be locked. So what can we can't do anything? Just use your fighting spirit to force your way in? What century are you from? The mastermind must have been using these to monitor the network. And alter ego. You may well be right about that.
What?
But there's no point in thinking about it now. You're right. There's nothing showing up on this one. Oh, hey look, next to that TV. Isn't that a TV antenna?
How about that?
It is. It's just like the one my grandma uses. It's totally one from those high-def antennas. Wait, so if we hook up that antenna, we could watch TV?
Huh?
Did someone say TV?
You know?
Oh, it's Saturday morning. Hina's here. Are you talking about me?
Okay.
Anyway, if we can watch TV, let's do it. Come on, come on, come on.
You know?
You're all starved for info from the outside world, huh? Alright, let me work my magic and you quantum leaping your way to TV land before you know it. I mean, I get the reference, but what's he talking about? This door's kind of creepy. It's got a picture of Monokuma on it. What could be inside? No luck. The door's locked, huh? What if you use that key that opened this room? Let's give it a try just in case. Still nothing? Nope, no good. It won't even fit in the keyhole. Oh.
Yeah.
Well, don't worry about it. Everything's fine. The mastermind's dead, right? So nothing's going to happen to us. Yeah, I guess you're right. I can't stop thinking about that door with Monokuma's picture on it. But worrying about it isn't going to do me any good. Hina's right. The mastermind's gone, so there's nothing to be afraid of anymore.
You know? Huh?
Oh. What's wrong? Good news for all of you Saturday morning kiddies out there. I think I got the TV working. Really? Now all we gotta do is switch it on.
What?
Then do it. Free the idiot mastermind. Well, you guys need to cut free from your regrets from the outside world.
What the heck?
And they were sitting here watching TV the whole time. They really thought they could get away with it.
Huh?
This is... It's the feed coming from the surveillance camera monitoring this room, isn't it?
What the heck?
That's weird.
Come on.
What are you doing?
Huh?
That's really weird. You're weird. Weird in every possible, and not just weird. Super weird.
But...
This TV isn't hooked up to anything but the antenna. So how's it showing the camera feed?
Well...
Did you try changing the channel? Oh, good idea. Let's give that a try. Here I went through each channel one by one. But on every channel it was just us. There was a live feed of us standing there in the data center. It's like a really, really bad Love Island. Why am I saying a really? This is a great Love Island. What am I talking about? The best kind of reality TV.
What the heck?
Is it broken or something?
Could it be...
No, there must be some kind of trick to it. Some weird setup. A trick? What kind of trick?
Actually...
I'm not sure, but... Huh? Huh?
Huh?
Oh?
What?
Who are you freaking bastards? Monokuma? How? You're supposed to be dead. Me? Dead? Don't be stupid.
What?
You're acting kind of strange. Something seems different.
Of course.
Of course I'm different. Evolution's perfectly natural. After all, I've been hibernating for 2 years already. Not even. It's been like half a day at most. How are you alive again? Oh yeah, that's it. The look on your faces right now is sublime. That's what I wanted to see. The moment you went from hope to despair. Don't tell me you pretended to be dead, all for this moment. Why would a bear pretend to be dead? You're the ones who should be pretending to be dead when you see a bear. I mean, that's totally laughable. It makes me laugh. I'm gonna laugh now.
Well now.
And that's that.
Shing!
Well, it's almost time to cut off your path, so full of hope, and begin to despair at the future ahead of you. I want you all to have way more fun in this killing game. You can't be serious. We have to keep going.
Let me out of
Get out of
here!
here. Get out of here. Are you still obsessed with getting out of here?
Unbelievable.
How do you not get it? There is no getting out of here. And besides,
Yep.
this life isn't all that bad, you know? I mean, there's the stuff you won't like about life, no matter where you are. Are you serious? This place is the worst. If it's the worst, does that mean you're in despair?
Well now.
I'm pooped from all that laughing. I guess I'll just get to the point now. The point?
Hey,
You guys really struck gold when you found that TV. Yes, indeed, that TV is an essential part of your school life here.
What?
I knew it was hiding a secret of some kind.
What the heck?
But I connected the antenna, so was it just showing us the surveillance feed? Look how attentive they are now. Well then, I'm going to let you in on a blood-gushing secret and tell you all about it. That TV is absolutely, without a doubt, displaying the signal coming in on the antenna.
Huh?
But what does that mean? Displaying a signal, but it's just us standing here. You're so
Unbelievable.
stupid. Don't you get it? Fine. I'll just tell you.
Thrills, chills, kills!
This kidding game is being broadcast live to the entire world. It's the most popular thing on TV. What? This
Extreme!
kidding game is being broadcast live to the entire world. It's the most popular thing on TV. I'd watch it. I'd love it. It doesn't matter how many times he says it, I don't know what it's supposed to mean. I mean, even if I understood the words, I'm not sure I'd understand the deeper meaning. Broadcast live to the entire world? What kind of bad joke is this?
That's...
It can't be. Have they taken over the airwaves somehow?
Oh,
Camera feed is being broadcast. No way,
no!
that's impossible.
Phew.
That kind of overconfidence is a major weakness in your crisis management system. You know that? All you need is one weird trick that I found, and hijacking the airwaves is easy mode. You being serious right now?
Of course.
I heard a kind of creaking. The sound was coming from my own mind. Like a boat tossing in the ocean, my mind had begun to creak and groan.
Hey,
Everything has a meaning, you know? All those hints I gave you, all those tantalizing tidbits about the school's mystery, even me luring you here right now. Why would I do any of that without a reason? It's all for my captive audience. Show them true despair like they'd never seen it before. I became the director of a despair-based production. This is the ultimate reality show. The best in despair entertainment. As I said, I would watch it.
What are you saying?
You're lying. If this was on TV, the police and everyone else would be going crazy. Yeah, there's no way they wouldn't have tried to come rescue us.
Actually,
What if they already did? Huh?
yes
But
indeed.
then again, it's not really any of their business, right? Sure, some people might yell at their TV to try and warn you, but who would actually come here to help? Do you think that's possible? I don't really know personally though, so whatever.
This can't be!
But to take control of all communications like that, you need an astronomical amount of resources. Yeah, so how could things have come this far? Well, that's a secret. That's something you all need to do first. Remember? What?
Of
Yeah,
course.
duh, there's the little business of...
A body has been discovered.
Yay.
After a certain amount of time, which you may use however you like, the class trial will begin.
How fun. Huh? Class trial, do you mean? That's too many who's for me.
It's the Monokuma
I'll leave the next molecule
file.
file right here. Everyone give it all you got, okay?
Heart-pounding excitement.
Things are gonna get pretty crazy from here on out. You're in for a heck of a ride.
I can't wait. I can't wait.
Neither can I. Neither can I. And then he was gone. Reality was incomprehensible, the truth hopelessly out of reach. All we were left with was despair. We stood there for I don't know how long, frozen in place. I couldn't think. Took everything I had just to keep myself standing upright. I don't understand any of this. What's despair entertainment, and how is he still alive?
I'm sick of this.
I thought that finally, we could get out of here. And plus, what did he say about class trial?
Stop talking.
Well, that part's obvious. The class trial is the class trial. What it means is that at this point we have to figure out who the culprit is. Figure out who killed Kyoko. What?
What the heck?
What are you talking about? I thought Mukuro Ikusaba is the one that died. The victim was female, right? Kyoko certainly fulfills that condition. And if Monokuma is still alive and active, that means that the mastermind, Mukuro Ikusaba, isn't dead. So naturally that body can't belong to her, so it must be Kyoko. There is no other possibility. The body is Kyoko's? Kyoko's been murdered? No, it's not possible. Because I don't know anything about her yet. I don't even know who she really is. To have it end like this? I don't believe it. I refuse to believe it.
Quiet.
Whether you believe it or not doesn't matter. The truth is the truth. If you refuse to believe, it's your responsibility to uncover the truth for yourself. Myself. Anyway, we better begin.
But
But if we're going to have a class trial, then that means the killer...
That's right.
Correct. There must be someone participating in our school life. Hi, Wildheart. I'm good. How are you? So you're saying one of us killed Kyoko? Trying to remember what you missed, but it's been a little while for me. Oh. Sucks that work's getting you, man. Sucks. That's not precisely what I'm saying, no. Well, there's a dead body, but they don't know who it is.
Huh?
But you just said...
Stop talking.
I don't have time to explain now. There's a veritable mountain of issues I need to confirm. So I'm going to begin my search. If you value your lives, you'll put everything you have into this. So that's how this game works, after all. Investigate. Oh, this music! This music sounds a lot different. Is this... Or is it just that bit, that beginning bit got me? Better start by checking out the Monokuma file. Due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife, which went completely through the body. They'd also been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. The body was covered with other wounds, but these were at least several days old. So even the Monokuma file doesn't tell us who the victim actually was. The unidentified body, could it really be Kyoko? Or... I have no choice. I have to investigate. I have to uncover the truth for myself. No matter what, I have to find out what happened, or we're all dead. I need to go back to the scene of the crime, back to the garden. Monokuma File 5. God, I'm considering turning down the sound effects just for this room. At least that's way too loud. I'll turn it back up. There you go. The screen's trying to go off. There we go. I just need to do what I always do. There's a body. Yeah, I don't know why, but the garden sounds are just, they blast my ears. What is going on? I can hardly hear myself. If I check the body more thoroughly, maybe then I'll find out for sure if it's Kyoko or not. Look at her hand. Huh? There's something weird about the body's fingernails. Oh, these are fake nails. They're really long. They seem like they get in the way of a normal activity. Fake nails. There's also something on the back of the right hand. Is this a tattoo? They got burned, so I can't make out the whole thing, but I stream on laptop. It's connected to so many different things. Ooh. It looks like a picture of a dog or something. I've never seen anything like it before. The lower half of the body didn't get wet at all. After the body blew up, the top half got set on fire, so I dumped a bucket of water on it. Which explains why the bottom half isn't wet. There's nothing strange about that, right? So I can't look around or anything. The upper half of the body got set on fire in the explosion, so it's totally blackened. Also, the top half of the body was wet. That's because it got set on fire and I threw water on it. Since I only threw water on the part that was on fire, the top part, the bottom half is still dry. In other words, there's nothing strange about the top half being wet. There isn't, right? Very good body analysis. Is that it? Okay. I think I've seen everything there is to see. Okay. The middle bit? The white jacket the victim was wearing got totally burnt up. There's only one little piece left. Right now? Yes, step away from the dead body, Makoto. These look like fragments of something. They're all burnt, so I can't really be sure, but I feel like I've seen something like it before. But where? Wait, was it there? I'll have to double check that later. Fragments near the dead body. Knife. There's a knife laying on the ground. Is this... It must be the knife that was stuck in the body before it exploded. The force of the explosion must have thrown it over here. Monokuma Flower said the knife went all the way through the body from front to back. Does that mean this knife is what caused the fatal injury? Either way, this knife looks really familiar. Is this the reason you're about to be real sus? Yeah, that's it. It's the knife that person was holding. This is getting really weird. There are just too many strange coincidences. Whoever the person in the mask was that attacked me last night, they were holding that knife. And that same knife was used to stab that masked attacker we found here. So maybe this masked person got stabbed because when they attacked, I was in a kind of trance. Maybe I reacted by grabbing the knife. And maybe then I No, Koto, that's stupid. And if this really is Kyoko, it would mean Kyoko's the one that attacked me. But why the mask? I just don't know. I don't remember anything clearly from last night. No, it can't be. There's no way. Such good music. Hi, Coco. So who does that body belong to? Whoever it is, I'm not going to look. I don't want to faint anymore. Listen, Makoto. Do you remember how the body looked, before it blew up? If I remember right, it was wearing some kind of mask and a big white coat. Also, there was a knife sticking out of the stomach and the area around it was stained with blood. Apparently the wound had stopped bleeding, but the blood on the body was still wet. The Yaka said not to touch it to avoid getting all bloody.
Okay.
Well, thanks, that was a big help. Now you've explained it, I totally remember how it looked. Well, having to talk about it like that helped me remember it a lot better too. So thank you, too. Body before explosion. Nice, you nerd. Good time, Makoto, I wanted to talk to you. What? What do you want to talk about?
So, in other
I'd like
words,
to hear your alibi. Alibi? We've done full circle. It's like chapter 1 all over again. Makoto is the sus one.
in other words,
Correct, I'd love to hear where you were after nighttime began last night. When I was 6, I was asleep all night. But why are you asking about that now? And what's nighttime got to do with it?
naturally,
Isn't it obvious? This murder took place after nighttime. How can you know that for sure? Because just after nighttime began, I came to the garden. I was going around looking for everyone so I could tell them about Monokuma. Hiro's been spending most of his time in the garden the last few days, so I figured he'd be here. And I can confirm that when I arrived last night, there was no body here.
in other words,
The murder could only have taken place at some point during nighttime, after I'd left the garden. However, Tokuhiro, Hina and I were in the gym together the entire night last night. What? Once I found Hiro in the garden, we immediately went to Toko and Hina's rooms to get them. At that point, we all went to the gym and began dismantling Monokuma. As a precaution, we made sure not to go anywhere alone. We even went to the bathroom in pairs. In other words, all 4 of us have airtight alibis. The only ones who don't have alibis are me and Kyoko. Here we go again.
that's right.
And if the victim really is Kyoko, then I'm the only one without an alibi. Also, when we went to go get Hina and Toko, we stopped by your room as well.
What?
But you never came to the door. So where precisely were you? I'm telling the truth. I was in my room, but I was dead asleep. I had a fever, so that's hardly an alibi. I know. So what now? You seem to be quite at the disadvantage here. I'm the only one without an alibi. That's really bad, isn't it? Yeah, it is. I'm afraid so, Makoto. Why do you sound so close together? It's 11 o'clock right now. Okay, and?
For serious.
Well, I was just thinking about when we first found the body. When the body was found, I should look back at what I did this morning to help me remember what that was. Monokuma's outfit woke me up at 7 o'clock, as usual, and I headed for the dining hall pretty soon. Once I got there, I met up with Hina. That was right around 7:30. Then I headed to the gym, where everyone else was waiting. Next, Toko went to get the pickaxe, and that's when she found the body. What time was it then? Now then, Toko, what time is it? Well, when we left the gym, it was just before 9 o'clock, so it's probably 9 on the dot now. That's right. It had to have been right around 9 o'clock.
You know?
Now that you mention it, I think you're right. So I think we can say for sure that the body was found at 9 a.m. Okay, my job's done. That's a pretty small job. It's hero, that's the best you're gonna get from him, I'm afraid. That's the chicken. Oh, the chicken's okay? Remember there were some chickens to the chicken soup. Where's the fifth one gone? I count 4 chickens. Oh no. 4?
Yo!
What's going on, Makoto? Well, I'm glad you're here. Listen, do you remember how many chickens there were in here? Of course, there were precisely 5. Yeah, right?
Huh?
What's wrong? There's only 4 chickens here now. We're 1 short. No. The chickens. Not the chickens.
Huh?
Huh? That's so weird. I wonder when it disappeared.
But
I was down here just before nighttime last night and there were definitely 5 chickens then.
what?
What are we going to do? Going from 5 to 4 is going to have an impact on the structure of the world. I know, right?
Conspiracy!
It's like a jigsaw puzzle. If even a single piece disappears, the entire world will remain unfinished. I did my best to ignore Hero and focus on the problem at hand. Hi, I don't know how to say your name. Is there anything you prefer? But hello in the chat anyway. Why did one of the chickens disappear? Could it be related to the case? Chickens. Can't believe someone would hurt a chicken. That's so sad. So's me. This is the panel that controls the sprinklers. They're set to turn on at 7:30 every morning. And Monokuma said the time positively couldn't be changed. Hold on. So the sprinklers turn on at 7:30 each morning, right? Then if the body was here before then, the sprinklers would have gotten it wet. Which would mean the murder must have taken place. Oh, Mario. Okay. Good enough. I don't know with some usernames. I'm like, what am I meant to say? Is it a plant? The Monokuma flower, huh? Is it true? Does it really eat paper, plastic and people? Anyway, I don't think it's related to the case, so I think I'll just stay away. Good enough. I just want to stick on the plant. Just to be sure, I should take a look at the tool shed. It's a good streamer today, actually. It's not bad. Hope you're having a good day. Hope everyone's having a good day. I'll tell you one thing though, these streams destroy my throat. This room is dusty and unorganised. In other words, a pretty stereotypical tool shed. Is this a tarp? Wait, was there a tarp in here before? I should probably look into that. It could be related to the case. Tarp. The top is wet and covered in mud and grime. But the underside is totally clean and completely dry. One side of that tarp is wet and dirty. Something about that bothers me. That's the one thing in here that concerns me. Nothing else? There's something carved into the handle of this pickaxe. Yeah, crazy diamond. Same thing that's been on the bottom of Mono's coat. Definitely intriguing, but now's not the time to worry about it. Guessing there's nothing else in here. Yeah, all the reading, it gets to you. Doesn't matter how much water you drink, these streams, they break you. I think I've checked everything I need to in this area. But I'm not done yet. There are other areas I need to check. Specifically that fragment I found before. There's somewhere I need to go to confirm my suspicions. And I need to figure out more about Kyoko. Is that corpse really Kyoko? No, if that's true. Was that also Kyoko who attacked me last night? If I can find out more about her, maybe I can answer that question. Kyoko was never the kind of person to talk about herself all that much. Maybe if I can get into her room, I'll be able to find out more. But the key to her room...
It's all clear now.
Yeah, we know.
What?
Ain't my option.
Just give up.
Give me the key to your room. I don't have a choice. I have to see if she'll let me borrow her room key. Here. Hey, Byakuya. If you do come up with an alibi, I'll be happy to hear it later at the class trial. Oh no, it's not about that. You have the key to Kyoko's room, right? I was hoping I could borrow it. I'm afraid I can't take that risk. You're the prime suspect after all.
What?
Of course, if I were to go with you, that would be a different story. Then will you go with me? To the prom? Come to prom with me, Bianca? No, literally my last choice. I have my own agenda to take care of. Find me again later and we'll see.
Goodbye.
Depending on my mood, I may go with you, or I may not. Come back later, huh? Okay, then in the meantime, I should look around somewhere else. Maybe I should check out that one area. Let's get out of this noisy place. Oh, where am I again? Oh, thank you for the follow. Oh, that was so close. That almost got me. There are wooden lockers here. I don't see anything here that might be connected to the case. So straw posts used for store. Oh my god, I'm gone. I've basically now just done it to scare the shit out of myself. Did they use it for training here too? Nothing's catching my attention though. Where am I going? No, that's not what I want to look at. Where do I need to go? Oh yeah, go to the gym. Laptop. Monokuma's laying dismantled on the floor, but I figured it wouldn't be her.
You know?
I just found something. What is it? It's...
Huh?
It's what? A bomb. There's one installed in every Monokuma robot, I'm sure.
What?
A bomb? That bomb went missing. There's no doubt about that. The fragments I found in the garden. It's a bomb. Fragments near the dead body. I've checked everything else I can think of. All that's left now is Shelko's phone. I should head back to the garden and ask Byaku. Garden. Byakuya. You think you can go soon, Byakuya?
Let's go.
You wanted to check out Kyoko's room, right? Very well, let's go. You're being useful. Wait for me. Byakuya walked off without a second glance, and I hurried after him on our way to the dorms. I don't know how people actually can think that Makoto can even murder someone. Well then, here we go. Yaka took up the key and slid it into the keyhole and then click. And it's open. Looks like it, thanks. Yeah, like, how does this tiny boy kill someone? And as someone who is quite a lot like Makoto, I couldn't kill someone if I tried. Especially not stab someone all the way through the body. I mean, look how short he is. You sure you can reach the handle? So this is Kyoko's room.
What?
You wanted to come here, right? So what is it you're looking for? Nothing in particular, I just thought we might find some kind of clue here. Okay, I'll stop bullying Makoto. Let's be honest, he just wanted to go in Kyoko's room though, that's all this is. A clue that might help us understand Kyoko.
Come on.
You can't be serious, that's why you made me take time out of my search to come here. Sorry, regardless, if you plan poking around at random, you're doomed no matter how much time you take. Surely you have something more concrete, something to give us some sort of just direction here. More concrete. Oh, I know. Earlier, Kyoko. Oh my gosh. Don't know why I have the right to bully Makoto at all. Hold on, doctor over here. Kyoko gave me something. What's this?
It's true.
Consider it a symbol of my determination. Don't open it yet. Only open it if something ever happens to me. I know. I need to breathe. I'm sure I have it here somewhere. Found it. What's in the envelope? Kyoko gave it to me. She said if something ever happened, I should open it. Well, something has
Interesting.
certainly happened, so open it. Okay. I opened the envelope and looked inside. Inside was a single piece of paper. I knew it. It's a fucking love
What?
letter under the sheets. I knew she loved me. That's all that was in there. Yeah, it looks like it. Under the sheets. What could it be? I knew she loved me. But could something be hidden under the bed sheets? Part of me didn't expect to find anything, but as soon as I lifted up the sheets... What's this? I found a crumpled up piece of paper. Oh, no, it's not even like a love letter. Fuck. Thought she was gonna confess. Class 78 Student Registry, Mukuro Kusaba.
I see.
It appears to be Mukuro Ikusaba's profile. Yeah, looks like it. That's probably the other thing Kyoko stole when she snuck into the headmaster's room along with the key. God, you're so annoying. Fine, I'll tell you it was a key and that's it. This must be the blank that Monokuma was talking about. Kyoko said a death without meaning was unappealing. That's... Oh my god, that's a good... I need that on a shirt. A death without meaning is unappealing. That's fucking good. And this is what she left behind. I don't have time for your sentimental indulgences. Hurry up and finish your search. Okay. I made an effort to pull myself together, then looked down at the profile sheet. Name, Mukuro Ikusaba. Sex, female. Obviously. The ultimate soldier. Although small for her age, she was a military specialist trained in every weapon type imaginable. She showed an interest in the military from childhood and soon found herself completely absorbed in it. In elementary school, she won a survival game tournament and began writing for military magazines. Just before entering middle school, while she and her family were on vacation in Europe, she disappeared, as people do in Europe. Oh, love this place. The story of a young Japanese girl being kidnapped quickly took over Japanese media outlets. An intense international investigation turned up no information and she was never found. However, she reappeared in Japan 3 years later, alone and completely unannounced. She revealed that she had joined a mercenary group known as Fenrir for those 3 years. She insisted that she hadn't been kidnapped, that she'd received battle training of her own volition. However, she never revealed why she'd returned home when she did. Mukuro's profile. The Ultimate Soldier, a mercenary group. This doesn't feel real. The world I grew up in, it's like a completely different dimension. It's like one's non-fiction and the other is sci-fi. There's no way to compare the two. That's how different this is. That's how I saw things as just an ordinary person. But then,
I see.
I never imagined I would hear the name Fenrir in a place like this. You recognise it?
Naturally.
The Fenrir Mercenary Corps is a collection of battle craze for warmongers. But they do have their uses, and they always get the job done. That's worth remembering. This is all part of a world totally removed from the one I live in. I have to say I'm intrigued. Every rumour I've heard says that Fenrir has already...
Found it!
Whoa, I feel like our hero is becoming a bit player and a bit player is becoming our hero. It's you.
What?
What have you got in your pretty little hand there?
What?
Uh-oh, you found her profile? So what if we did?
Hey!
Don't freak out.
Come on now!
I'm not going to hold it against you or anything. And in case you're wondering, I don't hold it against Kyoko either, even though she stole it and hid it. After all, there's no rule against stealing, is there? Who I can't forgive is Miss Ogami, who broke the rules and busted into the headmaster's room. Maybe I'll drag her corpse out here and slice it up and devour it. There's are omnivorous, you know.
What?
A rule violation is really so unforgivable? You're quite adamant about those regulations of yours. Of course I am. A public school life is built on the dedication to organisation and order. Which is why even I, as a school headmaster, have to follow the regulations myself. Oh, so you're saying you have to follow your own rules as well?
Of course!
Absolutely. Can't have you complaining about how unfair it all is, now can you? Can I? In fact, on the subject of fairness, would you like to know something interesting? Interesting. It's about the one writing all the rules. They're actually one of the participants in this killing game. I don't think I ever actually told you how many participants there actually were, did I? I was thinking I should probably clarify that.
Hey,
When you all first got together in the main hallway, back when there were 15 people there, right? I think that first meeting may have led to a little misunderstanding among you all. A misunderstanding? Are you saying?
In other words...
That's right, there weren't actually 15 of you.
Yes,
The
indeed!
total number of students taking part in this killing game was actually 16. 16, then...
Mukuro Ikusaba.
Fucking stop showing this as much as I love her face. I've seen this exact clip about 20 times.
The 16th student, lying hidden somewhere in this school. The one they call the ultimate despair. Watch out for her.
The 16th student, Mukuro Ikusaba, she's part of this school life. So the one making all the regulations is...
Why?
Huh?
Did you say something? Why are you telling us this? Oh, well, because... Like I told you, this killing game is desperately popular. You wouldn't believe the ratings. And since we've got so many viewers now, I wanted to make sure everyone was on the same page. I don't want to wake up to a hurricane of complaints and hate mail, you know?
Yes, indeed!
Makes sense?
Well now.
Okay, that's all you get for now. Oh, actually, I do have some revenge to get, so I have an extra bonus for you. Revenge? I want to get back at that sneaky Miss Kirigiri, so I'm going to share a little secret with you. Seriously? I want to know what it is.
Hey,
You know how she wears those stupid gloves day in, day out, all the time? Well, don't tell anyone I told you, but she wears them to cover a bunch of hideous scars that she doesn't want anyone to see. You can't out her like that. Get the fuck out. Monokuma getting hate mail. Oh, wasn't expecting that. What? Okay, now that's all you get. Monokuma's account has been added to the truth bullets. Okay. Kyoko wears those gloves to cover a bunch of scars. Wait, so on the back of her hand, the tattoo. Wait, but no. Monokuma specifically said they were scars, right? And that's why Kyoko wears those gloves, to hide the scars. Which means there's fake nails on the corpse. Are you thinking about Kyoko again? When am I not? Answer that question, Byakuya. When did I stop thinking about Kyoko? Huh?
What?
Forget about her. What matters right now is uncovering Monokuma's trap. His trap?
Such
God
ignorance.
must really have hated you to make you so dull. Don't you remember what Monokuma just told us? He said there were 16 students, right? Which means Mukuro was a student here.
That's right.
Obviously, Monokuma is trying to tell us that Mukuro is the one creating the rules to this game. But why would he tell us that? And why now? He said he wanted to make things clear, so there wouldn't be any complaints later. But the mere fact that he said that proves that Mukuro is connected to this case. That's why Monokuma revealed the existence of a 16th student. He needs to make our investigation fair. Mukuro is related to the case.
It's certainly
Perhaps she's the one who
possible.
killed Kyoko. Kyoko's not dead. Shut the fuck up. What? That would explain why we have to have a class trial, wouldn't it? If she's a student and she killed someone, that would make her part of the school killing gang. Mukuro is the killer? She killed Kyoko? No? Anyone should be able to come to that conclusion, don't you think? In fact, that's exactly what I thought when the investigation first began.
What?
But based on what Monokuma just told us, I've changed my mind.
It's all clear
Mukuro
now.
Ikasaba isn't the culprit. Make up your mind, man. You're confusing me. And I've played this game before. What makes you say that? We thought Mukuro, the ultimate despair, was the mastermind's true identity. But if that's true, Monokuma's behaviour makes no sense. Why would the mastermind go out of their way to reveal themselves to us? That's a good point.
So, in other words,
Mukuro giving us information that would raise questions about her would be bold, to say the least. It makes more sense then to assume that Mukuro isn't the culprit. So that's the trap. They want us to suspect Mukuro and come to the wrong conclusion. That's what makes sense to me. The way you say it, it definitely does seem possible. But if that's really true, if Mukuro isn't the killer, then who is? Banging music again. There's something on the table. It's a woodblock decoration.
what?
What's that? What purpose does it serve? I think it's probably a key. The lockers at those really traditional public bathhouses use them for their lockers. I wouldn't know. I've never gone to a public bathhouse. Shut up. That doesn't really surprise me. It's hard to picture Byakuya doing something like that.
It's certainly
But if
possible.
it is a key, I think I might know what it unlocks. Really? What? Unless I'm mistaken, I'm pretty sure I saw something in the dojo that this might go to. The dojo? Woodblock key. Well then I believe our work here is finished. let's move on. I'm sure there are other pieces in need of investigation. I should find out if that key and the dojo are really connected.
Let's go.
Are you coming? Not right now, sorry. Hurry up and check the locker. That's what we're here for after all. Okay, okay. Spicy. That's one word for it. There are wooden lockers here. They use woodblock keys just like at those super traditional public bathhouses. Looks like the key we found in Kyoko's room really does go to one of these lockers.
I
Can
see.
use it then. Actually, do you see the locker farthest to the right?
Very strange.
It has the number 6 on it. That's the only one that doesn't have a key in the moment, and it has the number 6 on it. You understand what that means, right? Probably use the key we found on that locker, right?
That's right.
Well, just try it. Okay. I took out the wood block key and set it into the locker's metal lock, and there's a click. The locker eagerly accepted the key and it opened. There are arrows in here. It looks like 10 arrows in total. They look like they're made of titanium, which means they're quite strong despite how thin they are. Of course, without a bow, they're nothing but strong little sticks. Strong sticks? Titanium arrows. Oh, there's something else inside the locker. It's a wadded up ball of duct tape. I wonder what this was used for. Is that a blood stain?
I see.
If it is, that means it must surely be related to the case. This duct tape is related to the case somehow? But how could it possibly be involved? I think that's all the locker has to offer for now. Is something wrong?
Very strange.
It's very odd, don't you think? The locker was hiding items that were clearly related to the case. But how did the key to the locker wind up in the victim's room?
Why?
Or perhaps... Yeah, here? Forget it. Come on, we need to continue on to the next location. What next location?
What?
There's still something we need to look into. We need to do more research on Fenrir. Fenrir, you mean the mercenary group that Mukro was a part of? But how are we supposed to find out about that? Isn't it obvious? Where in the school would you go to do research on something? The library? Are you talking about the archive, which is in the library? That's right, the archive has all kinds of info that the general public doesn't have access to.
Let's go.
We only have so much time before the trial begins, let's hurry. And look, he's just dragging me around now. And we're just accepting this. I believe there is a file related to Fenrir somewhere over here. Yaku seemed to know the archive like the back of his hand and went straight to a shelf in the back. Here we go. He quickly returned with the file in hand. Come on.
I see.
Take a look at this. I have no idea what it says. What language is this? How did you make it all the way through high school without learning a single word of French? I mean, here's a decent point actually. Even if you don't follow it all the way through, you always end up learning something. I'm pretty sure most high schoolers can't speak French. I mean, at least one word per code, come on. Well, whatever, I'll read it for you. But I expect you to repay your debt 100 times over. 100 times? Isn't that kind of extreme? Fenrir is an elite fighting unit based out in the Middle East. You don't like the French language. It's boring. I mean, you're entitled to your opinion, aren't you? What would you say is a more interesting language then? Unlike military contractors, they are a fierce group of soldiers who engage in direct combat. They claim that a single member is equivalent to an entire company of regular soldiers. Just like Fenrir, the Wolf of Ragnarok, their mere presence is enough to strike fear into any enemy. They have been involved in countless military battles and operations, most of which are highly classified. Oh God. However, some time ago, they completely ceased all activity. What country is that from? At present, their continued existence cannot be confirmed. There are unconfirmed reports that the key members of the group were all neutralized. Oh. Well, that's not a language I've ever heard from. Actually, you learn something every day. Rumours indicate they were killed to keep them from revealing the many state secrets they'd acquired. Some, however, will believe there was a mounting internal tension within the group, and they simply imploded.
What?
What is it? This all just sounds like some kind of alternate reality. Well, it isn't. This is our reality, the only reality. These people are part of our world. Their battlefields aren't much different from our lives here, an unpredictable, unimaginable world. That's what makes it all so exciting. Exciting definitely isn't the word I would use. So, did anything jump out at you? That may be your last opportunity to learn about Fenrir. Now that you mention it, the report said something about where the name Fenrir comes from, right? I don't know why auto-mod I had to like allow your message to come through because you said I don't like the French. It missed out the last word. It was like, this person doesn't like the French. That's right, it said Fenrir is the Wolf of Ragnarok. Speaking of which, would you like to know something interesting related to that? To show that they're a member of the team, each soldier that joins the squad would get a tattoo representing Fenrir somewhere on their body. What? They got a tattoo of Fenrir. Could that mean updated? Here we go.
Time is utterly silent, and yet it constantly assaults us, organisms, the earth, natural phenomena.
I wasn't expecting this.
It damages us little by little until the end. You should really think about that. Anyway, it's time to begin the class trial.
Okay.
So, please meet up in the usual spot. See you later.
Okay. Then the time has come. All we can do now is try to uncover the truth during the class trial.
That's right.
It would seem that way. Let's go. Let's go, motherfuckers. Trial number 5.